Thank you all for being here this evening. My name is Matt Woolard, and I've had the pleasure of serving as the Director of Parks and Recreation for the City of Madison for the past 2 years. In that time span, we have completed a DNR-approved 5-year master plan in which we have identified Oak Hill Park as one of our vital neighborhoods and one of the few hilltops parks in which it was abundantly clear that it was suffering from decades of deferred maintenance. As such, we put together a plan under the guidance of Mayor Courtney and are now executing it, which includes a new playground, shelter house, perimeter fencing and dog park fencing, basketball courts and goals, cornhole boards, benches, parking, sidewalks, and overall accessibility. These improvements would not have been possible without the generous investments from these exceptional people that are sitting here next to me. I would like to recognize our lead donors in this project. First and foremost, Madison's Mayor Bob Courtney, President and CEO Bill Barnes for the Community Foundation, Tony Schmeizu, President and CEO for U.S. Premier Tubes, and also the partnership with Master Halco for their generous donation of all the perimeter and dog park fencing, Josh Wilbur with Grody Industries, Sandy Saylor and Robert Wise for Arvin Sango, Jeff Branham with Game Time, although he was unable to be here tonight, and then Tony Steinhardt III, Director of Economic Development representing the Madison Redevelopment Commission. We've also received donations from Eleanor T. Burke Foundation. I'd like to recognize Merritt Alcorn, and then also Can Do Maintenance, Bumper and Lauren. Throughout all of this, the remaining couple of people that I have up here, this project would not had the success that it has without these two people, and that would be Kenny Washer for his guidance on the sidewalk infrastructure project throughout the neighborhood that you see, and then Kevin Heileman, owner of All-Star Paving, for all the work that they've done here. We very much appreciate them. There's still opportunities for additional investment in our Oak Hill Park, as well as other park and facilities throughout Madison. Did you know that per the National Park and Recreation Association agency report for 2022, it states that a city comprised of less than 20,000 residents should have, on average, one park for every 1,233 residents. In our community of around 12,000, that would mean we need nearly 10 parks to fulfill that standard. We, however, here in the City of Madison have 27 parks and facilities that span over 220 acres. Having that much green space and opportunity for quality of life is important, but not when the neighborhood playgrounds look like the one that's currently behind me. Neighborhood parks are something that the city has not reinvested in quite some time, but Mayor Courtney and the City of Madison Parks and Recreation have committed ourselves to resolving that problem through proper planning, careful investment, and detailed maintenance scheduling. We have gorgeous green spaces all throughout downtown, but our neighborhood parks such as Oak Hill is where we need to aim our future investments. We appreciate everyone's patience and support throughout this entire process. Oak Hill Park is the beginning of our master plan coming to fruition, and it's just one step at a time. Our goal is to keep Madison clean, safe, and beautiful while enhancing the quality of life for all of our citizens. At this time, I would like to invite up to say a few words the President and CEO of the Community Foundation, Mr. Bill Barnes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the Grants Committee and the staff of the Community Foundation, I just want to tell you how proud we are to be a part of this very worthwhile project. I commend the City of Madison for the large-scale investment, the much-needed investment in this neighborhood. We see this as a great investment, not just in things, but something that will enhance the lives of the residents of Oak Hill. You know, if you just kind of go forward in your mind a little bit, next year there's going to be the sounds of laughter and playing, kids. It'll really be music to the ears. And then much more quietly, you know, parents will sit along the side and connect as, you know, friends and neighbors do, and even lean on each other in times of need as neighbors do. Because really this isn't just about rebuilding a park. It's about creating connections, building relationships, and fostering a greater sense of community. Lastly, I just want to thank everybody else, all the other organizations and businesses who have made an investment or have pledged so in this wonderful project. So thank you very much.
And lastly, but certainly not least, I'd like to invite your leader for the City of Madison, Mayor Bob Courtney.
Need a placeholder over there. You're okay, right, Hudson? Well, just a few months ago, he's not sure. Just a few months ago, we were here with having a groundbreaking for what we wanted was a transformation of Oak Hill. And that included new sidewalks, gutters, drainage, ADA accessibility, new roads. It really was kind of the perfect combination of what we were looking for. That was being data-driven, finding the metrics. Where are our worst sidewalks? Where do we have the poorest drainage? Where's our worst ADA accessibility? Where's our worst roads? And then where's the worst park, the neighborhood park? So a lot of that information really pointed us into this direction. Deputy Mayor McGee, I think she's back there, working with our street department, our city council, and our organization on compiling this data. And then you know what she did successfully? Went out and applied for a grant. The state of Indiana, NDOT, through the CCMG, which is a community crossing grant, is actually funding through their grant program 50% of the majority of the reconstruction in Oak Hill. The approach the city's generally taken is a little bit here and a little bit there. And so what you don't really feel is the impact of that investment. You don't feel the transformation and the potential that it offers. When you combine all the resources and you're doing everything at once, you make a greater impact to a neighborhood, but you take $2 million, for example, and you do everything. And then that also led us to the park. One of the things that our park commission has been very focused on is a new park master plan. Carla Krebs is here. Sorry, Carla Eads. Everybody knows superstar Carla Eads. What that park commission was working on was how do we plan our investment, because it's been 3 decades since major investments happened in our parks across the community. As what Matt was talking about is we have over 24 parks. That's a lot of property to take care of. And so a lot of it gets neglected and it's unmaintained. But we're at this juncture now where we are making sizable investments in our community through parks because of the impact it has on quality of life. You've probably read about a brand new Crystal Beach swimming pool. We are now in the design and financing stages for a brand new Crystal Beach that is at the end of its useful life. We've already made upgrades to our campground, upgrades to Sunrise Golf Course because we know how important that is to the quality of life, but also to bring tourists in here. We've already made upgrades to our riverfront, working with the Riverfront Development Committee. There's major investment happening there. But the hilltop, we're now making investments with sidewalks on Clifty Drive, $55 million investment with Sunrise Crossing to bring new housing, new shopping, new opportunities. But it's all about creating vibrancy across our community. There's nothing that says more about the vibrancy of a city than the vibrancy of its neighborhoods. And that's why we've been focusing relentlessly on the clean, safe, beautiful sidewalks, roads, parks, maintenance, and really bringing our community back, because we have so much pride in so many things across our community. And it wouldn't happen without 3 things, this three-letter word, public-private partnerships. We can only do so much as a community. We need the community behind us. We need the neighborhood. We need our industrial partners. We need our foundation organizations that connect us with people that also care about you, even though they don't live here in Oak Hill. Having lived in Madison my entire life and growing up on Walnut Street, I know the importance about vibrant communities and also the negative consequences that can happen when you don't invest properly and wisely, when you don't invest in stormwater or flood mitigation, or you don't invest in our parks, and you don't do things that improve property values, reduce crime, eliminate blight, and grow our population. So I'm very, very proud of Oak Hill neighborhood because of the investment we're able to make, and in turn, the investment that we already see that you're making in this community. And it wouldn't be happening without all of us working together. And so over the next few weeks, you'll see the milling and paving start. That will put the top coat on the roads, and you'll also see work begin here in the park. There's a beautiful rendering over here. I want to thank everybody who's been involved in this, and thank you so much for your support. But this is just the beginning, and the best is still yet to come, because next summer you'll see a brand new Crystal Beach. You'll see more work happening on our beautiful riverfront. There's investment happening all over the city of Madison, which is phenomenal, and it's an honor to be Madison's mayor, and also being working with the community to bring that investment to our town. So thank you, everyone, for being here. And thank you, Hudson.
Thank you again to Bill Barnes and Mayor Courtney for their kind words today. And thank you again to everyone else for being in attendance tonight and for your continued support throughout this process. At this time, I would like to invite all that are sitting up here, if we could do a ceremonial turning of the dirt, get some photos, and then anyone else would be welcome to take photos as well. So I just want to say thank you.
Hudson, you gonna come?
Yeah. Matt, I want to say one more thing. I just want to say one more thing and also congratulate Matt and his team for the leadership and energy that they're bringing to the Parks Department and the Parks Board for leading the change. So thank you all for doing that. Want to go over there with me, Hudson?
You guys get up there. Gotta get the Manny out of there.
Bring Hudson over here, let him do mine. You got the junior. You got the junior side.
I guess he's going to stay right here, Tammy.
I got a pretty good back.
There's one for you in here.
I don't need one in there.
Bob's University.
Yep.
Yeah. He needs to be in there. Don't try and get out of it.
We're going to go up over the pile. Count three. 1, 2, 3. Yay.